Hey, good morning to, I'm just going to throw out a guess and say that's Jimmy. Nope. Hello, hello, good morning. Just going to wait for, I'm just getting things kind of pieced together on here. We're going to go ahead and wait for some others to join in. If you have a question to start the morning off, though, don't hesitate, please. Please do ask it at any time. Well, since you're one of the only people, since you're the only one on, if you want to hear something cool, me and Jackson Hunter are trying to figure out a way to stream together today. So that'd be exciting. Hey, we have just waiting, y'all. I got the magic in me. Pretty sure I said I was going to go live in 10 minutes at like 6. So that would mean... Who the fuck's got a strike price of 400? It's dark pool. Yeah, I posted that at 5:57, so it's officially been 10 minutes. Good morning. Welcome to the revolution, the ape-lution. Can we say that? Can we call it an ape-lution? It's like an ape revolution. I understand that, we had Planet of the Apes and all, and that was basically the same thing, but... So, just going to give you a little update on, what's going on with, hold on one sec. I gotta fix something real quick. Okay, so something I want to point out to whoever the one person is listening. It's weird because the things that I've talked about over the last couple months, it's crazy because people are starting to catch on to it. Like I saw Travis, who I have mad respect for, posted that we are about to see the largest transition of wealth in history. I have literally been saying that. I've said that in several spaces before. So it's crazy to like think that, and I'm not trying to look for credit for anything, but like TMI yesterday, he even quoted something. I was like, we already talked about that. So I don't know. It's kind of cool, that feeling like, I'm kind of ahead of the curve. So I'm just gonna tweet out real quick that we are rocking and rolling. Just want to spread the word of the apes. I'm sorry, I'm a super terrible singer. Here we go. Let's make this interesting. Who is the one person on right now? I can't see who you are. You just like type something. I feel like it's Jimmy. Like, it's got to be Jimmy. Jimmy is the president of the fan club. You know what? I got an idea, guys. This could be kind of interesting. Let me see if I can work a little wizardry here. Now let's get Facebook Live up to go with this. That could be wild. Add a stream marker. Oh, I don't know what the hell that I just did. I just did something. Whoops. We're gonna share this. Let's get this going. Of course, TMI goes live. Dang it. Hey, hello. I'm just sorry. I'm just in the middle of I'm just tweeting or sending this out on Facebook that we're live too. Just so we can try and get as many questions in here as possible. So one thing that I'm gonna tell you guys is, the two people that are listening, private screening. Let's get in. Let's get it. Absolutely. So, outstanding Brandon. That's the first time I've seen you in here. Yeah, I like that. I like seeing some new faces. It kind of makes me sad that Jimmy's not here yet. But I've been asking apes now. So I sent out a couple messages yesterday about having some apes validate some data, and it's not just. It's more of the generally the apes that are holding space calls, and I hate to call them prominent because all apes are prominent, but it's going to be the prominent. Hey, outstanding. Do you know anything about Onyx, or do you follow me on Twitter or anything? I'm just trying to figure out where I should start, because it's me and you and one other person, so I feel like the room is yours right now. We got time to cover stuff. Maybe. Anyways, okay. So I mean, you usually. Oh, okay. I do follow you. I watch a lot of Average Ape too. Is he part of your? Yes. So Average Ape handles all of the dark pool side. So we kind of collaborate to create the whole picture. So I extract a lot of data, and actually, I will I can go through and show you how we do that. well, not necessarily like, obviously I could sit here and go through step by step, but like, I'm just going to give you a kind of a blanket overview of how much data is pulled. There's a lot. Actually, I want to do something here with you guys on right now. We are going to do something crazy. You know what we're going to do? Okay, so here, I'll just give you a little peek-see here at kind of how things rock and roll. Just give me 1 second. Oh, that's my face. You don't need to see that. You don't need my ugly mug on here. Okay. So this is all the data. So this is obviously not today's, or yesterday's for today. This is Monday's. This is just an example. I mean, look at 157,000. And don't think that, just one column is a data point. This 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 is a data point. And this is a data point. So like, the only thing, I mean, and even this is a data point. The only thing that's not a data point is AMC itself, and that's still technically a data point. So, and all of this gets reviewed and processed, and then it gets, combined with this data right here, which this is simply just the call spreads for the day. And then it gets refined down even further into this. And then it gets refined further down into these. And then it gets refined further into a tweet. So there's a lot of refining. Did you see that okay, Brandon? I'm just making sure you got that okay, Brandon. I'm going to start rocking and rolling on a couple of other things as well. Because I think it's important that we... Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm glad I answered that. Hey, just see if any of you guys ask anything, like a question or some sort, like you are like, hey, let's do it or let's do this. Just make sure after it's over, you just say, hey, you answered that question or you didn't. Could you elaborate more? Can you talk about PFOF? Okay, so I seen that they were talking about this when it comes to payment for order flow. They were talking about this. I think it was Travis was talking about this yesterday. And I have absolutely no problem with doing a little rabbit hole dive. Okay, so payment for order flow. All right, you gotta, okay, first off, before we go down this little kind of rabbit hole on payment for order flow, I'm going to just give me 1 minute. I'm going to run and pee, and then I'm going to, on my way back, grab my coffee cup so I can have some coffee while we go down this rabbit hole. So if you guys can just hang on tight just for 1 minute, I'll be fast. Okay, let's talk payment order flow. Okay, so so when you think of Webull, TD Ameritrade, any platform, Robinhood, any platform that is not a market maker. So if you go on Vanguard is a market maker. Hi, Mom. Everybody, just so you guys know, my mother is listening, so I have to watch my potty mouth. I'm just kidding. My mom swears like a sailor, too. I'm just kidding about that, too. She's a lovely lady. Anyways, so payment for order flow. If they are not if a platform is not a market maker, they have to process those transactions that we make have to go through somebody. Not only when I buy, if I buy a stock, it goes through the clearinghouse to the market, back to the clearinghouse to me, right? So that's how that exchange works. These third parties don't have the ability to do that, so it passes through somebody else. Now, do I think it's a problem? To me, I don't, because they're providing a service to us and they're making money. So if you take it. Have you seen BAM's prediction for August? Have you found similar corresponding data? Luca, I will, now that you asked that, I will post that. I'll post that. Okay. So I got to do a little bit of a data comparison. So I'll just post that on Twitter. But no, I have not seen BAM's predictions yet. I will watch it. The pay for order flow, though, if you take your APAF off for a second, and you were to put on your business, your entrepreneur hat, you provide a service for somebody pays you for that service. Okay, I mean that's business 101. So. In its simplicity, pay for order flow is business 101. They're providing a service. Jimmy, hey, brother. Oh, my God. I am so glad to see you. Jimmy is here. Good morning, Scott. We have our veteran day trader in the room. We got our fan club president, and my freaking mother is in the room. I mean, this is bonkers. I've seen dark pool data about calls and puts drastically changing in favor of calls. Well, that would be a good thing. What dark pool did you see? That was that from average? Because if it was from average, then yeah. Scott, you know what? Okay, so first of all, Brandon, did I answer your question about pay for order flow? I feel like that cat's been beaten to death. And someone else did. Okay. I mean, that's anytime we have calls, that's a good thing. So for those that don't know, and Scott, I'm sorry, I'm going to put you on blast here for a second. Scott is a day trader, and Scott was on here the other day, and it was really nice to have his vast knowledge and his input. So, it was really good to have him on. So knowing that he's in the room right now, that's really, really good, and I appreciate having you in here, Scott. Mom, get out of my comment bar. God, I feel like a teenager again, and you're trying to look through my Facebook. I'm just kidding. Okay, so one other thing that I saw the other day that I wanted to address is, okay, so a lot of speculation. So first of all, please forgive me for my fat thumb Twitter mistypo. For some reason, me and 7, I really wanted to type 7 yesterday. I don't know why. So 3870 is where I came. It's where Onyx came to its like rebound side. And you got to remember, so there's no exact predictions in the stock market. There's no guarantee you're going to hit a specific number, because there's always other factors that are out of your control. But so we hit yesterday for a like right now we're sitting at 38.75, which is right where Onyx had predicted we would bounce off of as a support line, and then go back to retest those mid 60s. I don't know, Scott, if you're tracking still, as far as on your end of being a trader of everything. I don't know if that's about what you've got. But a lot of people keep asking me, like, oh, how does your data compare to Stonko Tractor, or this place or this place or this place? To the best of my knowledge, I am the only one that pulls the data straight from the horse's mouth. I find it. Sorry, this is kind of rude to pour right next to the microphone, but caffeine is what I need. The Onyx pulls straight from the market. It cross-references against other platforms. Good morning, Henry. And it uses that as an analysis. So we get super refined down data. Now, Stonko Tracker yesterday had somebody pointed out that the SSR was a certain thing, and that's where it was supposed to bounce, and then that would cause a gamma or something like that. I was like, no, that's ridiculous. Gammas, anytime you talk about a Greek, that has to do with options. So, and like, I get that if the strike price fell in, but if the stock is falling, like falling down, and we're in a downtrend, the puts we're looking at more of a reverse gamma. And Scott, as always, please correct me if I'm wrong. The faster a stock falls and the further down it falls, the more potential that it will reverse that gamma, and we will see a huge downtrend. Now, what we want to see is that bounce right off that 38.75 area, and Onyx has a 30-cent window that goes either way. So, it's 30 cents down or 30 cents up that it can be off. And obviously, we're working very, very hard to dial that in. So when we watch this bounce off that 38.75, now I understand that that's pre-market, and as I've told you guys before, Onyx does not track pre and post market because of the inconsistency and non-traditional factors. So you think about this: when you guys have a machine that is learning, you want it to be able to learn on a consistent basis. You don't want it to learn. You don't want to put that on a... Good morning, Twisty McDoobie. Twisty, I think you were on here yesterday. I'm pretty sure you asked me a question yesterday. I was like, that was great. There's so much going on and so much dark pool activity, it's hard to say what will happen. Scott, amen, brother. We just hold. We literally just sit here, and it doesn't cost us anything to hold. It costs us nothing to hold. So we're gonna let's kind of look at this real quick. Let's kind of look at this channel and what I'm seeing when it comes to Onyx's side of things. Oh Jesus and rice! If I get my mouse to work, yeah. I'm going to share my screen with y'all in just 1 second. Make this big. Okay. Here we go. Let's do a little screen sharesies for the people in the back of the room. Oh, that's not the right button. Here we go. Okay, here it comes. Onyx coming down, display, boom. All right. let's run through this real quick. So this is the daily view. Okay, remember what Trey always says: when in doubt, zoom it out. Okay, that's so true. So a 1 hour interval. Get rid of this real quick. These real quick. Less confusing, the less things that are up, or not. Okay, so this blue line is just simply this is a signal support and signal of resistance. Okay, now these aren't exact, obviously. This is just happens to, you know, I mean, I would probably move this line up just a hair more. That's why I keep saying mid 60s. We can't really predict, you know. But so here we have 1, 2, almost 3, 4, 5 touch points. Right in this one, this line is chilling right at 38. Where the heck is it? I can't see because the price is right there. 38.62. Okay, I said 38.75. That's what Onyx predicted yesterday. And look where this candle is just sitting. Right there on that line. So how we kind of go through and track this is, what I was looking for is on the 29th. So this was the start of the downtrend, okay? Right here. This is our start of our downtrend of 35%, okay? Then you have what we're going to be looking for is the recovery from this point. Now, so like I said, this was from the 29th. Is that what I said? Yeah, the 29th of last month. So, I mean, you got to think of how many days that is. You know, that's 14 days. That's 2 weeks we spent in a downtrend. And what it looks like if we go for that retest at 14 days, it looks at we'll call it 64.5. A 64.5% climb from here to here, literally starting at the bottom. Now we're going to be here. See what I did there? So we're going to look for that retest of this mid 60 level, whether it be 64 or 65, 66. That's really irrelevant. It will test at some point, and we should see it bounce either back down, or it will confirm and it will push through that wall, and you know, then we'll establish this will become established as a support line right here. And, you know, we'll find our new, let's see, what was our trajectory off of the gamma? Really to our consolidated peak. 73%, I like that. Okay, so 73%. And if you guys think that I'm just making up witchcraft wizardry, Matt Kohrs draws rockets, and literally the charts follow. So, rockets. Draws rockets. Okay, so I said 73%. So we would be looking to find a somewhere in that end. Why is this being dumb? I want to draw a trend line. Fine, but what is happening? Here we go. Sorry, Weevil's being stupid today. All right, so that's at 18 days. Weird. I can't even reach that far. Okay, you can even see here. You know what? We'll go to 90 because that's a pretty level to be chilling at. So if we consolidate, or if we establish a line on 90, this is the resistance. Oh, that was the wrong button. Damn it. There we go. Okay. So bring this up here to, okay. So then we establish this new level of support and resistance. Okay, it'll probably be a lot sharper on the first day, or the first downtrend. Then we're gonna look at the comeback, which is always greater than the setback. Come on, drawing. Work faster. And this would be about, I would guesstimate at about another 14 days ish before we get a nice little retest right there. So this is what we're looking for, and it should mimic somewhere sort of like this. You know, this mimics this, and you get that nice technical. I mean, we know that AMC doesn't really follow the technicals; it kind of beats its own path, but it does still follow the technicals to a level. Okay, so then we're just going to then we would be looking for that next confirmation and establish that resistance as support is what we would be going for. Why is this not drawing? So we'd be looking to pop through, you know, that line again, reestablish a new, you know, line of support somewhere up here, and then we rinse and repeat this cycle until ultimately we go to rocket boosters on to Tendy Town. Okay, rocket boosters on to Tendy Town. But this is just, you know, this is how I see the setup. This is how Onyx is kind of indicating the setup. Now, unfortunately, Onyx can't draw charts yet. One day we will get there, where it will be able to draw the lines for us. But okay, so now, sorry, I was on that page. I could not see the question. So let's talk about what Scott asked. He said, plain and simple, you have to stay calm and hold your shares until the yes. Okay, and we don't know the catalyst. Yes, I bought at 20 when it ran up to 77 and dipped into the 30s. I was shook. Now what's facts? Facts, Scott. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely, Scott. So you're right. This could take a significant amount of time. Like, I don't know why people put numbers on this. I understand that I just said, 14 days a couple of times, but I was just going off the historical trend to follow it. I honestly, if this thing lasts over a year, I would be perfectly okay, because that means that we don't have to pay short-term capital gains. Maybe that's what they're doing for us. Maybe they're being nice enough to drag this on so that we don't have to pay short-term capital gains tax. God, they're too nice. They're too kind. They realize they've lost, and, they're here to help us. So, another thing to go over. So this morning, AMC data. Let's talk a little bit about the AMC data. And Jimmy, I know that that's it. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. I took part in the GameStop below, and AMC is falling in the same thing. Yes, it is. So we talked about payment for order flow. Any other questions before I move on to something else? Just so y'all know, I'd rather answer your questions. Okay. All right. Silence in the room. That means you guys must want to go down a rabbit hole. Is that what I'm gathering? All right. Silence is concurrent. Let's take a little bit of a dive down the rabbit hole. All right. So we're going to go over here and we're going to check out some stuff. Let's see what rabbit hole we can get into. Oh yeah, we can get into this rabbit hole. This is gonna be fun. Here we go. All right, I know exactly what we're gonna doing. Oh hell, it caught me by surprise. Scott, you better have some damn diamonds now. All right, for all 10 viewers, and my mom who's listening, she's not, and some of you probably are listening. We are gonna go through and let's do some serious stuff. No, yeah, and Scott, that's absolutely, I'm just giving you crap about that. Personally, I have a bare bottom number. I have a bottom number that I won't accept anything less than. And that goes for options. I kind of had to, because so long story short, I really screwed up on an option that I had. It's a call option. It was out of the money, and it fell in the money, and it was like 30 plus days out. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God. I bought him for dirt cheap. I'm talking like, I think I spent $10 a contract. Just bought him for pennies. And I was like, holy crap. And it kept climbing. And then it went and started consolidating. I was like, I'm not selling this option. I said, I'm not selling it because I'm not going to miss out on the opportunity for another breakout. As I was going about my day, not really paying attention to that, it tanked. And it was great. I lost a lot of money. So now I have a bottom number. That's how that happened. Long story short. All right, here we go. Let's do some wicked crazy stuff. Here, let's get rid of Onyx. We don't want to look at your ugly O. All right, pre-market trades. We're gonna do some work. We are going to see if there has been any manipulation this morning. And you guys are going to see it firsthand. That way, if somebody tries to question it, here, we're going to put this in. This is from yesterday. That was Home Depot, if anybody wanted to know. We are going to analyze this volume right now. I'm going to show you in front of all of your faces what is happening. That way I don't have any awkward call outs in a Twitter space. And somebody's like, you don't know where you're finding this stuff. How do we know to trust it? You know how to trust it because I'm doing it in front of your face. Scott, we're so glad you didn't bounce. Dave Portnoy's kicking himself in the ass right now. Okay, so one thing I really hate to touch on this. While I'm going through here, okay. So Onyx Onyx has operating costs that incur with it and costs that go to advance it. So it like you guys have seen, Onyx is pretty dead on in its when it comes to the data that it's processing and how it's just what it puts out. So we're trying to dial Onyx in to be more accurate and predictive when it comes to these markets. And we're focusing 100% on AMC right now. I mean, so Onyx compiles data on a couple of other stocks, but we are committed to AMC 100% with Onyx. So at anytime, you should never feel obligated, but if you feel that you wish you want to donate to Onyx, to the cause, and help us upgrade these, upgrade some equipment, increase our computing power. There is a lot of data that we process on a daily basis. So, just please, if you feel like you would like to donate, send me a message on Twitter. I have a couple different payment platforms. All the donations are greatly appreciated, but not required. So now that I got that out of the way, I'm done processing that first 30 minutes. Let's take a look and see. I keep hearing we should expect a drop today. I've seen there is support at 32. If it breaks that support at 32, what is the next level? Where you? So I don't know, because that's not what my data has indicated. As far as, you know, who you got that from, how you got it, you know, that honestly, that's a question for them. And I wish these other platforms would get on here and be transparent, like I'm doing with Onyx. You know, like Stonko Tracker. I want to know where Stonko gets his data from, because if I don't know where he gets his data, how do I know that I can trust it? Especially because our numbers are different. So if I'm showing different numbers than him, that's not good. Okay, so this is the total volume. Apparently, this is the total volume for the pre-market early hours. We're going to do minute-by-minute breakdown too. Let's do a minute-by-minute. So this is total. We do minute-by-minute breakdown right here. We're gonna watch some inconsistencies magically arise. You guys ready for this? I would be utterly shocked if there wasn't any. Super utterly shocked. This is gonna be another minute. Understand that these minutes are in, you know, descending order. 28. Let's find the naked shorts. Dun 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 dun. Let's find the naked shorts. Who wears shorts? Shorts wear no shorts. See what I did there? Naked shorts. Haha. Jimmy, we should turn that into a record. Drop that as a track online. Okay, so, and then we're gonna just double, triple check. We're just gonna make sure that B, C, and D all add up to equal A. 46.51. Okay. Now let's go over and let's look at the charts real quick. I don't pay for Bam's model, but he's following has mentioned that. Sorry if you're already talking about it, but where are your biggest levels of support? It's not the, so talking about several levels of support down doesn't really do us any favors, because those support levels can shift once one support is broken. So I have 38.75 as the support line, and it is a very, very big support line. Jimmy, hey Jimmy, I saw you were in there with Crinkle Kitty last night. What the heck's going on there? You cheating on me with a cat? I think you're cheating on me with a cat, Jimmy. We're trying to fight the funds. I'm just kidding. I like Crinkle Kitty. I think he does an amazing job teaching to everybody. Okay, so we're gonna pull this up. We're gonna put it in a big screen. We're going to put the market, post-market on there. Extended hours. And then we're gonna break down minute by minute. Why is this not working? I freaking hate you today, Weeble. You're being a big sack of crap. Wasting my time. All right, let's take a look at 429. 429. 1,314 in volume. Bingo! Already found our first inconsistency. 428, 1418, and 27, 1644. So let's figure out what the hell is going on here. 13, 14. Who wears shorts? Shorts wear no 14, 18, and then 16, 44. So the grand total of the grand manipulation is missing a little under 300 shares. Huh. That's 300. That's 100 shares a minute. So I mean, it's not like, oh my God, call the SEC. Are you calling my information good, Jimmy? Because I like where your head's at. Yeah, sitting in Crinkle's room is just... I feel like if I was going to sit and listen to a full class, I would have to sit down with a cup of coffee and a notepad. And I would have to have headphones in because I would have to have no distractions around me, because you miss any of his, and everything he spits out is just golden. Okay, so did you guys see how I walked through finding those inconsistencies? Okay, so I mean, that was just for having let's just do it. 429. Let's go 430 to 450. Let's see where we can find some of these puppies. Let's do some hunting. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna make that. We're gonna work super smarter and not so much harder, because I haven't had enough sleep to have to sit here and work super hard for no reason. So that's descending order. We're just gonna go over to this side real quick. We're just gonna start plopping. Just dropping numbers. Let's drop some numbers. Whoa! Did not mean to do that. That was a little trippy. Stop. Delete, you butthole. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to if anybody's typing questions. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to pull YouTube up on my phone so I can kind of watch and make sure. Okay, I think we may have some resistance getting past 45, 52, and 54, and 57 before we can really get a good run up. Yeah, you know, and Scott, 100%. I mean, there's resistance along the way. Our big retest is going to be that mid 60s, and obviously we're going to find resistance along the way because they're going to fight to keep it down. Hey, just so you guys know, I know I gave my, I haven't given everybody on this that's on here a shout out, but I really can't tell you how much I appreciate having you all on here. It really means a lot to me that I put in a lot of work. I think that if you've seen one of my streams, you understand the amount of work that I put into not trading, into the data. And if you think about it like this, Scott made a pretty crazy point. And he's like, I get up at 4 a.m. to get ready for my trades for there, 3 a.m. and get ready for my trades for the day. And he plans everything out that early. I mean, that's awesome. I get up. I'm up at 3 to start moving through this data, any of the updated data, and sifting through it, and kind of oversighting what we've got. Luckily, I don't have to be up until, luckily I get to go to bed because Onyx is quite an impressive little beast. I don't know what I'd do without Onyx right now. I think I'd be a walking zombie more than I already am. Okay. Hey, Scott, do me a solid. Can you type your Twitter name in here? Static is coming through my mic. Is that better, Jimmy? It's my tinfoil hat messing with the signal. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what the static is? I'm willing to bet you it was my phone sitting right next to my mic. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was my phone. Oh, yep, Scott, perfect. Yep, okay. I already follow you then. You know what? I should have known better. I should have known that was you. Now that you mentioned it, I put 2 and 2 together. Okay, so let's just how much inconsistencies are going on in this shit. Here's the real question. Scott, maybe you can answer this. Why am I only getting volume for 3 minutes in the pre-market on NASDAQ? It's only giving me 3-minute data. Are they compiling all? Are they shoving it all into? Are they just shoving it all into a 3 minutes of trades? I don't understand why it's doing this. You're getting 1 minute all the way through and through? Yeah, it's not now that I try refreshing your screen every now and then. Okay, here, let's I mean, I'm getting the minute by minute if I sit there and watch the last 100 trades, but it's not a... Oh, there we go. Nope. See, yep, it's only showing me 37. It's not giving me all the trades. This is stupid. Here we go. So by the way, guys, if you guys don't know who Wendy is on Twitter, yeah, that's called... You could say that again, Scott. 100%. Hey, Scott, I like you write all those articles. What am I looking for? I'm looking for tape. Where's the ticker tape? You are really good at writing. My mother, who is in this stream as well, she's listening. She's a writer too. She does a lot of newspaper articles, and she's not she doesn't do it as a profession, but you know she's really good at writing. So writing has something that has run through my family, and you know I've learned to appreciate people who can really convey a message clearly and well laid out. So if you guys don't read Scott, from now on, just every time you put an article, just post it to at Real Ape Nation, and I'm just gonna retweet the crap out of it. I don't want Torch. Why am I looking at Torch? Nobody likes Torch. Torch got murdered. Okay. You've written 12 frickin' books. Are they on Kindle? Because I like reading. Hey Scott, just so you know, Hard Sessions, Jimmy. That's not Hard Sessions' real name, but that was what forever Hard Sessions will be known to me. Jimmy is like the leader of the fan club. Okay, Jimmy is the man. And if you guys didn't notice, like Jesus follows me, and that kind of scares me. Really, Scott, you're making me Google you? This is what pulls up, Scott. Halloween Kills. I'm just kidding. Okay. Book listings. Hey, no, that's phone book. Oh, that's. All right, Scott, I'm going to need some help here. Google my name in Amazon. See, the power of reading. All right, you got it. You know what? I got you. Thanks, Mom. Well, Scott, well played. Well played. I like it. All right, so one other kind of interesting thing here is here's this little nugget of info. I think I still have you guys on screen share. Yeah, I do. Okay, perfect. This is all of the volume transactions. So you know how we have a ticker tape, a tick by tick for shares being transacted. We also have a ticker tape for volume, or we also have a ticker tape for options being traded as well. And it's pretty cool. And for all of you that didn't know, my real name is Lane. Thanks, Mom, for putting me on blast like that. I'm sure I just made her laugh and blush. My name is Real Ape Nation, Mother. God. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something. My wife is a... We are going to play a little Q&A game with Twitter. Oh, that is super staticky. Do you guys hear that static right now? Let's fix that because that's super annoying. I hear it in my ear and it's driving me crazy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some Twitter action going on here with the space calls, and we're gonna get some Q&A going on here. Some good. Let's see if we can find some good questions. Here we go. Our boy Greg. Let's see what Greg's got cooking in the space call. And let's get some questions answered. Let's get some Q&A. Anybody else has any questions at any time, just hit me up. Just ask, type a question, and we're going to do some Q&A. We're going to do some hard Q&A. No, you don't wash your coffee cup. You don't do that. That's against the rules. It's called seasoning. It's called seasoning it. It's better than a skillet. Like, that's where all that flavor comes. I mean, so if you ever get the chance to meet a retired Navy vet, ask him, be like, do you ever wash your coffee mug? And a true salty sailor will tell you that they haven't washed theirs in probably like 20, 30 years. Exactly. Oh, that's some weak crap, Greg. I'm over here drinking a soy latte and calling you out for putting creamer. I'm just kidding. I'm drinking my coffee black. All right, just in case so Greg, I'm gonna put you on blast. I'm doing a YouTube live right now, a Q&A. And I'm hopping into spaces to see if anybody has any questions they want answered. But I'm going to put you on blast right now. Everybody on YouTube, all 6 people, 5 people now because it's important. Greg does not drink his coffee black. He does not. And he adds coffee to his creamer as well. So does anybody have any questions so far? I mean, a Q&A is only as fun as when there's questions asked. Even Scott, like, I don't care, throw something out there in the weeds. Like, let's get some knowledge growth going on here. And it makes it even better if I can't answer that question because my wife just yelled at me. She's like, you're getting too excited. I can hear you all the way up the stairs. So I'm just gonna ask real quick in this Twitter space if there's any questions, and then I can repeat that question that is asked, and then I will answer it on here. Why do you think we will go into the mid-60s? I don't think we're going to go into the mid-60s today at all. Mom, I think that this is going to be a slow build. I'm sure you're probably not watching, you're listening. So what we're going to see is a very slow build. Very, very slow build back up. Scott, what is Spaces? Spaces is like it's like a Twitter group that you can get on. So if you get on Twitter on your phone and you look at the very top, it'll say, you'll see people with purple around their circles, and you click on that, and it's like a group voice chat, and the screen is just small for me. Okay, Mom, let me walk you through this real quick. Don't leave any apes behind. All right, so look at this. So from when we started our downtrend, it started on the 29th of June. And today or yesterday should have been our bottoming out. So at 7, so it's about it's 2 weeks right there. So to build back up to where to that retest though, we got to look at how long it's been. So that was the 18th. So we're just shy of a month to really rebuild that trend back up. So I don't think we're going to go to mid-60s today. I think we're going to be in a little bit of a ride here. And then once we retest that 60, we should be in a better place. Does that answer your question, Mom? I just gotta wait for Tree Logger here to no, Mom, it's just basic technical analysis. And Scott, it depends. Some PCs you can access the spaces through. You can't talk, but you could listen. I got. I got a quick thing. If nobody has any questions for me, I'm going to bounce out of this space for a little bit, and I'll come back in because I'm trying to get some Q&A rolling. Oh, I'm going to. I was in her space yesterday for an hour, and we did a full hour of Q&A. It was great. But AMC, Onyx, any of the data that gets put out, really anything. It'll be this morning. No, it's already put together. It's just, I'm going to put out another tweet. I'm trying different ways to communicate. So, I'm trying different ways to post the data. So yesterday I posted very bland, super dumbed down, plain English data. Because a lot of people send me messages or, they say in the spaces I don't even understand what all those numbers are. So I'm trying to convey it in different ways, and I'm trying to find out which gets the best response. So I think, yep, absolutely. What's it? It's questions about dark pool utilization, about how it's increasing. Okay, so so I'm just gonna basically sum up your question real quick for the people on, the 4 people listening on YouTube. Greg asked, the dark pool has really ramped up in as far as volume. And our price is going down. So there's a lot more transactions happening on the dark pool than on the public market, and our price is falling. So the analysis that we've done, taking the dark pool stuff in from what average has, and I check all that stuff. So what he sends me, I go and vet as well. I mean, it's all, you just go on, you sign up for your accounts and you can get right into it. But so what we're thinking we see, so we can't know 100%. We're working on it, on tracking down the smoking guns. But with what we think is happening is a lot of these third-party vendors are being routed, so we route, Robinhood routes through Webull, right? They're pay for order flow. So does Webull, so does, there's tons of platforms that do that pay for order flow. And I actually covered that this morning on my video, how I don't think that is
necessarily bad. If you take your ape hat off for a second and you put on your entrepreneur cap, you provide a service, you should be compensated for it. So I think what's happening is a lot of those transactions are being routed through the dark pool and not through the open market, which is how it should be. And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of volume ramp. And then what's happening is those buys are being routed through the dark pool, but the sells are not. And I think that's how we're seeing that manipulation level is we're seeing a lot of pressure put on those sells on our side of the open market. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do as of right now about it. So I think that's really what's happened. Correct. Traveling down a rabbit hole here. Right. So I kind of did a little pre-market analysis this morning. I just did a couple timestamps while I was live with everybody, and I walked them through, and I found inconsistencies in the pre-market. And it's not massive volume. Just in the opening half hour of the pre-market, I found 300 shares that were unaccounted for. So, I mean, that's not a lot. And obviously, the high frequency trading does not kick in until the market opens. And anybody that wants to argue that, I would ask them to. Okay, so high frequency trading doesn't. If you look at the tick by tick, you can tell that there's not. That high frequency trading isn't there. In any given 30-minute window, there is about 800 plus pages of tick by tick, which have 20 tick by ticks per page. So Right, and that's all I use too. So that it's my computer versus compiling their computer's data. That's what it is. So they're asking me about how naked shorts. So that's just what we're going over right now. They just actually hit on a point that we're going to take. So what they're talking about is lots of small transactions in very fast, rapid. Yes. So Greg, you are 100%, and that is exactly where all of our data compilation has taken us, is looking over these tick by ticks, and as they've been analysis, there is a pattern. So every algorithm has a pattern, and it's just natural in the way that it follows it, because a computer Yep. No, we're we are more on the high frequency side. The high frequency side, we see on average in a half hour 16,000 transactions taking place. And that can be validated, that can be verified. All you got to do is go to NASDAQ at 9:59 today. Just look back at the 9:30 to 9:59 ticker and look how many pages there are, times that by 20, and there you go. There's how many transactions you have. Or you could sit through and go through each page individually. Correct. So we actually have the dark pool tick by tick as well. And the dark pool tick by tick, so the hard thing about the dark pool is there's no exact market. Okay. You know how like we have NASDAQ and we have the New York Stock Exchange. Like those are two physical markets. There are a couple of dark pool transaction databases that track the dark pool, but there's no, like, the New York Stock Exchange is not the dark pool. You know what I mean? So like, there's just a lack of true physical data. So here I'm pulling up the tick by tick right now on the dark pool side for AMC yesterday. 9:30 we had a volume of 1 million, just a little over 1 million. 9:31 we had a volume of 457,401. There was 1,410 trades. Here, better yet, I'm going to, Greg, if you're all right with this, I'm going to send this to you right now. I'm going to try and figure out how to take a damn screenshot of this, and then I'm going to send it to you. Because this is actually really interesting. Who is that? Credible? Oh yeah, I got you. As soon as I figure out how to take a screenshot on this, I will get it to you guys. Unless anybody knows how to take a screenshot on an HP. Yeah, it's a laptop. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm Googling it right now. Windows button, Shift S. Hey, there it was. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, I have the screenshot saved. Credible and Greg. I'm going to send this to both of you. Anybody else that's up here as a speaker want it? You know what's a... There needs to be a whole DD written up on how to use a computer. Where's my screenshot? Oh. I'm trying to find... Okay, well, now we have a new problem. I seem to have lost my screenshot. You know what? I'm gonna find it. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I'm gonna find it. People on YouTube are like, God, this guy's a moron. He can't even. We're looking into everything, every angle. If there's a breadcrumb to follow, we're following it. That's dark pool side. That's basically any data that you can see on the open markets, plus some that you can't see, we follow. We're following certain algorithmic patterns as well. Hence why we've been able to, we found the pattern, but we're trying to narrow that pattern down to more of being able to track it consistently and accurately. Because if you were to just sit and watch the tick by tick for 10 minutes, you're gonna be like, wow, I think I just saw a pattern. Like it's crazy at how blatant this is and how blatantly it's done in front of us. But you really have to actually pay attention to catch it. Oh, did it die? Yep. Here, I'll tell you in just 1 second. Bing. Snippet saved to clipboard. Ah. I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. God, see, this is why y'all are geniuses. I just work here. I just work here. That's all I do. Okay. Boom. All right, Greg, you just you let me know when you got that and you start deciphering slightly. And then credible, you asked for one too. Credible. Yep, hit me up. What's up? No. So we were following Torchlight, not metamaterials. So unfortunately, so Onyx is in its really infancy, and it still requires human oversight, right? Like I have to go through and physically check this stuff, and then like when it comes to Twitter, I manually put the tweets in with all the data, and I go through and I check everything. One of the members of the community is actually building a program that is going to cross-check that data within Onyx itself to really eliminate that step. So, for example, we'll just, as an easy round number, I put about 80 hours a week into this. And that is not like me, that's not me doing hand data entry. That's me going over, reviewing, making sure that everything is correct. Because the last thing I want to do, and I've been called out for transparency and where do I get my information. I want this to be the most transparent thing that you guys can find. Obviously, there's a couple of things that I would never share publicly because, yep. Which spreadsheet? Are we talking the dark pool one I just sent you or mine? Okay. Correct. This is from Chameleon. No, actually false. No. This is not. Yes. So this is from Chameleon and there's one other one. It's from Market Chameleon and StockGrid.io. We look for, when we compile this, we find that consistency. Market Chameleon we tend to see is more consistent than Stock.io. So I would say 99% of this data is straight from Market Chameleon, but it has been checked against Stock.io. Yes. So here, let me give you the technical definition of on-balance volume. That way I can kind of elaborate a little bit from there off of that true data, or that true meaning itself. So OBV is a momentum indicator that uses volume flow to predict changes in a stock price in the dark pool. So this is all that everything you're seeing right now, even the VWAP. This is the VWAP inside the dark pool. Okay. Yes, I got you. Just give me 1 sec and I will send that off to you. Yeah, dude, you know what? Do that. If you could do that, Credible, that'd be awesome. Just make sure when you make a post, just make sure you say, you just give credit to Average 8 because he's the one who does that dark pool wizardry. Correct. Yes. No, my mouse is there. That's where that's. Lunchtime lull. So that would be true if we were assuming that they were routing retail orders through the dark pool. Because the institutions, there's no compilation of dump of institutions in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like these institutions are sitting here like, fuck, we got to sell all this stuff right now. And then the market hits and it's like, poof, big flood. You can see that if you were to look at these dark pool as the day goes on, they get pretty consistent in their volume. There's a couple of weird volume spikes throughout the day. And actually, you know what? As I go down this, my mouse was actually on that 949, but as I see, there's more highlighted stuff as we go down, and I think that's just how his spreadsheet broke it up. Let's count the lines: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's every 20. It's every 20 is where one of those blue lines is. Okay. Weird enough, I just happened to put my mouse on one of the 20 lines. Scott, drop some stuff. And do I trust and use Ortex numbers we see daily? Absolutely not. To be completely honest, short interest to me is not as interesting of a factor as other things. Now, you can actually get short interest straight from the markets, though. So, like, if a stock is traded on NASDAQ, you can get the short interest data from NASDAQ. If it's traded on the New York Stock Exchange, you can get it from the exchange itself. I got you. I got you right now. What's up? Actually, you know what? You know what's funny, Jew, is I was gonna hop into your call and I was like, Greg. I sent Greg, and so for those that don't know, I sent Greg some information to kind of validate some of the data. And I saw he was hosting a space, and I'm like, you know what? I sent Greg that valid data. I got to get over there. But I was going to hop on your call, and I'm glad you're in here now. Okay. Oh, so I had something to do. I was supposed to send eat the disclaimer. Oh wait, we already pinned that to the top. I don't have to do that. See how scatterbrained I am early in the morning? This is insane. Oh, I'm already down. I'm on my second French press right now. So, hi, Mama. Hey, Greg. Oh, sorry. Well, you know what? I just followed you. I don't know why I haven't followed you. I'm pretty sure I followed you on some. I use Onyx and at. Oh, you're good. I use Onyx and at Real Ape Nation, and I'm like, I'll be on. Like, I won't realize which YouTube handle or which Twitter handle I'm on, profile I'm on, and I'll be like, oh, how come I don't follow this person? I'll click follow, and I'm like, God damn it, I followed him on Onyx, and then I got to like unfollow and jump over. Because I'm trying to keep the follower count on Onyx low so I don't have, there's not as much stuff in the feed. And it's easier for me to go through and find stuff. Yeah, oh my gosh, yes it is. Because I'm like, I'll close down. And like when my kids get up and stuff, I make breakfast. So I don't go on Twitter for, a couple hours, and then I hop back on and I'm like, I see something and I was like, holy crap, and I've tweeted it out at the wrong place and I'm like, oh, I feel like such an idiot. In air quotes. In air quotes. I'm coming. Mom, I'm answering the question right now. Thanks for calling me and letting me know. Oh, wow. I'm talking on the space. Sorry, guys. I meant to mute myself. Okay, I'm told Citadel employs a team of physics, PhDs to design price move designs to drive retail interest away. The media attacks are clearly not working, so recent price campaign has escalated, driving it from 59 to... Peter Ham. That is super interesting. Citadel is a market maker, and between them and their friends, so 80% of each other. Virtue. Virtue. All right. Well, they're too busy talking about Jim Cramer right now. So they control 80%. Allegations of buying orders have been delayed as much as 35 days through Citadel data throw. How likely is that? Hard to verify bearing an audit, but it's true that dark pool trading has accounted for over 65% of volume. Hey, I got a little. Yes, dear. Oh, okay. I'll bring him up right now.
To see, you phrased it wrong. If you had a billionaire's hand shoved so far up your ass that it could control your jaw, then yeah. That's what I was
Anyways, it's a point that I feel like should not be completely ignored.
Well, yeah, and I mean, him being a former hedge fund manager, like, going along with what you said, Credible, like, short-term plays, hedge fund manager, it makes sense, but, like, the long play...
Hey, I'm going to be right back on the YouTube side. Give me 1 sec. I have to run my wife up something, okay? I'll be right back. Art and back, YouTube. Sorry for that brief pause. I appreciate the 5 people that have stayed with me. Tommy, what's up? Jesus, Martha, you're gonna make me read a novel right now? Give you the thumbs up. Exactly what you're doing here. Want to learn covered call technique? Come check out my channel. We need to start teaching teens more about. You're darn right. This is realistically the way that the reason the market has got the way it is because the lack of education on it. I am currently looking through. There was a looking through some historical data right now. Hey, can I just get a quick time frame on that? What, you said it was on the 29th, but do you have around a time it was placed? 9:32. 9:32. 59 seconds. And you said it was a $95,000 order? 93? 21 contracts. $20 strike price. $20 strike price. Okay, so perfect. I'm gonna check that real quick. Okay, so $20 call. 21 contracts. Okay, I'm looking. I'm not seeing it, but there's a lot to look through, so just bear with me. But as of right now, so how I can organize this is through the largest trades of the day. And when it comes to historical, I'm trying to see if there's a way to kind of edit that right now. I can see where the $20 strike is and the volume at the $20 strike, but I'm not seeing, it's not giving me exact, here, let me see. Yep. No, so it says 39.35, but if you look underneath it, it says pre 37.95. Oh, I see. I got you. Ape, hold on a sec. I gotta mute myself real quick. Okay, Tommy, I am looking through the historical options transactions. And I'm trying to find a specific trade that happened on the 29th of June at 9:29 for 21 contracts at a $20 strike. It was a $50,000 order. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. I found it, Tommy. Tommy, I found it. So, and I'm sorry, guys, that are on the YouTube side. You know, I'm trying to answer questions on both sides. It really allows for more information to be spread because there's 6 of you on here, and I appreciate you all being on here, and I will definitely answer your questions. But having more questions come in from that Twitter space is also really good because it allows us to kind of continue this conversation and continue the way that we're conveying information and working together as a unit, as a movement. I know I'm a terrible YouTuber, and I appreciate the ones that are here. I'm just trying to answer as many questions as I can for the ape movement, and just keep this trucking along. I am actually going to end up ending the live stream here in 5 minutes on YouTube. We're going to carry this over into the Twitter space for probably another half an hour, but just to give you guys the exclusive. Prediction for the day, or the exclusive, not prediction, but like the data compilation, the analyzed trajectory of where we're looking to go today. We should be looking to see a jump up to roughly around that $40 level. Okay, we're gonna be looking to get in where, if you guys look at the Webull chart on that day, and you set it to a day time interval, you'll see that the day that we're on right now, and you go back to the day before, you're going to see that candle right there. We're going to be looking to close somewhere above the close price of that candle. So I would say right around that, between 44 and 42.50. That'd be a good indicator that we're going to continue that upward trend and that we're not going to break that support level. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Hey, real quick, okay, sorry. I was going to ask Jew for his email. I found his answer. No, you're good. You're good. So, and Jew, you can share this with whoever you want. Because and what I'm gonna send you is, I'm not just gonna send you that time frame you were looking for. I'm gonna send you that whole half hour. And if you want more after, or it's gonna come to you in a 10,000 points. Okay, and then you can just simply look at that top number. It's just how it is exported out. Okay. Well, so here's what I'm doing. There was a question that was asked about to locate a specific options transaction. So here is one of, so I was able to look back on the specific day and specific time frame that this ape put in a very, very large call option for contracts. So I am just simply sending him that information that he was looking for. That way, like I've always said, the goal of Onyx is to be the most transparent data source you can find. I wish that, if we didn't need Onyx and everybody was willing to do the DD that was required, we wouldn't need Onyx. But obviously, if you've ever seen the data that I post or the raw data pictures that I post, I mean, you would understand how much work really goes into actually moving through all of this stuff. Move this to a new book. Save as. Okay, so I'm sending this off right now. Hey, Jew making me crazy. Hey, Jew making me crazy. Check your email. What are the biggest giveaway signals prior to huge rises in price action that will give away that they are covering? Hi there. This has probs been asked a lot, and I love your stuff. We'll be buying into Onyx after this quiz. I appreciate you, YouTubing. I appreciate, as I always said, I appreciate all of you. What is a signal that they are covering? So you're going to see a massive sell-off. No, Paul or Pavel, I'm not sharing my screen right now. I don't have anything up that is of importance. I'm answering YouTubing's question. So, and if you haven't been in here the whole time, Pavel, I'm actually doing a Q&A on YouTube and on Twitter. So, YouTubing asked a good question, is how am I going to know that the shorts are covering? I'm going to know because I'm going to see a massive volume swing, and it's going to be like heavy sells, and then you're going to watch that short interest start to creep down. And I'd said earlier that short interest is not really an indicator that I'd utilize. Obviously, we track it because it's important, but it's not. The reason why I don't like it is because it's a T2. So it takes 2 days to process that, and it's not exactly relevant in real time. I prefer real-time data because real-time is what's happening right now. So unfortunately, to give you an exact answer of how do we know the shorts have covered or are covering, we're not going to know until it's been 2 days. But what I would see is you would see a lot of sell volume from the apes, and you're really going to see a lot of selling and probably not a lot of buying, because what I would assume these hedge funds are going to do, because if they buy what we sell right away, it's only going to continue to drive the price, or it's going to cause sideways consolidation. Is I think you're going to see a lot of sell off, a big drop, waiting, and then you're going to see a huge volume uptick for those asks, and that's ultimately how we're going to how I think that we're going to see how it covers, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. So I hope that answers your question, YouTubing. Keep the questions coming. Pavel, you got any questions? This is so dumb. Clearly, the system is set up to screw us. Thanks for doing everything. Of course, this is my honor. It's truly my honor that you guys allow me the opportunity to speak for this data, and that you guys have given me the opportunity to be heard with all the hard work that we as a group have put in. So, you know, just we're doing our best. We're working with the very limited resources we have, and we're working with the limited amount of time that we have to, you know, to process all of this and chase down the rabbit holes. Oh, now they're talking about missing shares. Now this is my error. I'm gonna keep you all up real quick while I address this. Boom. We got a fire sale right now. Fire sale on GME. Hey, I'm just going to be completely transparent with y'all because I believe in transparency. I own 3 shares of GME because I bought it yesterday on fire sale because I thought, I was like, ooh, it's super cheap right now. And I was like, well, I could put this into AMC, but like GME, and not that I'm not, I want to be 100% in on AMC, and not that I think GME is going to squeeze first. I'm not going to get in the battle of the two stocks. I think they're, yep. True. Yep, I'm there, and I'm at 99% in on AMC, and that 1% is still backing the other 1% is still backing the apes. Okay. This is so dumb, clearly. I love what you have started here and continue to advance. Where do I get access to the data? Anything I can do to help? So the data. So can you get access to the data? All the data is pulled from public sources minus one third-party source because the markets don't track it, or at least they don't track it to the point where we can see it, and that is the options volume. So that's the only third-party resource that we utilize and gets injected into our data. But as far as Onyx's data, unfortunately, we don't have the ability to securely broadcast the massive amounts of data. We're going to start crowdfunding here soon to build an actual physical software, like similar to the platform of Ortex or Fintel, but it's going to be much more secure. And really, we're trying to keep this data locked down as much as possible. So all of the data that gets processed actually goes directly into an offline storage system, and it is not stored within the open network that we have. It's stored within a closed loop that is only accessed. I mean, obviously it's accessed via the computers that we use to be online, but when I go through to access that data, I actually shut my Wi-Fi off. So it's really, we're trying to be as secure as possible because the algorithm is hidden within the data, and we don't want that algorithm to get in the wrong hands. Because if that algorithm gets in the wrong hands, it can be twisted and used for bad. And so as far as anything that you can do to help, obviously, if you have any coding or programming experience, we're always looking for more individuals that can help advance Onyx. If you have any experience with cybersecurity, we're always looking to make Onyx more secure. anything on that computer side. Otherwise, your support, you sharing the information of Onyx and spreading the word that Onyx is truly here to be transparent and to deliver the most accurate, correct data. That is our first priority, is the most accurate data. Our second priority is to be the most transparent. Like I've always said, we wish that we wouldn't have to have Onyx. We wish that Onyx wasn't a thing. But if you've seen the amount of data that gets crunched, and I've openly showed it, is if you see that it's a lot to process, and most people don't have the time to sit down and process it. I mean, I technically don't have the time to sit down and process it. I make it work. Lack of sleep. So ways that people can help Onyx. Obviously, if you have that computer skill set in the programming, security, network architecture realm, we can always use the help. Spreading the word of Onyx. I'm not encouraging donations, but we do accept donations to help continue to advance Onyx, whether it be upgrading certain equipment, getting more data processing power. We're going to try to get a server here pretty quick. That's going to be an offline server so that we can kind of have all the data in one actual physical location stored. But if anybody's ever looked at the price of a server, a good server that's not going to be, constantly needing, repairs and can handle the data load, they're not cheap. So, I put a lot of time into this. I put my own money into different accounts and different platforms. That way we have the ability to pull that data. So donations do go 100% to increasing Onyx and making Onyx better. And YouTubing, I like the fact that you're set up a charity. I think all apes should set up a charity after this is over. And I hope that when you make your charity, that it's not a for-profit charity, and that it's truly, all those donations are going to help the planet. I'm a big outdoorsy person, an environment person. I'm not an environmentalist in the traditional sense. I do believe oil and, I do believe those forms of energy have a place currently, and I would love to see them replaced eventually by much cleaner resources. But I am not the type of environmentalist that says we should just end everything. Oh, heck yeah. You're a security and networking engineer. You are my man. Thanks, Pavel, for coming on here. Yes, please send me a DM. We could definitely utilize your skill set to help Onyx really further deliver this awesome stuff. Scott, good luck at the gym. Thank you, Scott, for everything you do. I can't truly tell you how much I appreciate everybody on here. I'm actually going to go ahead and end this stream. So thank you to the people that have been on here. Thank you for all of your comments, your questions. Please go ahead and share this the next time that we stream. And as always, Jimmy, it's a true pleasure to have you be the fan club leader here. And I guess I have to give a shout out to my mom. Thanks for listening, Mom. Thanks, Scott. I'm also going to drop a quick little nugget real quick. I will tweet it out. There is a chance that we might go, Onyx might be going on a very large platform today to discuss Onyx's data and what it does for the apes. So I will tweet that out when we get confirmation on if that's going to happen today or whether it's going to be another day, okay? Much love, apes. Stay in the fight. And we're all in this together. Much love, apes.